Hey everyone, this is yyyar, and in this video I will analyze my legendary gems. This setup I'm using is kind of permanent, I like the way it works, and I have no desire to change them to 5 stars. Obviously, these gems were chosen to match my specific playstyle. I'm not a PvP fan, I'm going to be honest, these gems are only useful enough to get me through my casual battleground matches. In PvE, the case is quite the opposite. I really enjoy optimizing, doing dungeon speedruns and generally getting the most out of my character, and a big part of this is the selection of my legendary gems. Let's get started. So the first gem is Berserker's Eye, the ultimate 1-star damage gem. At rank 10 increases all damage dealt by 16% and we also get 2% critical hit chance. As you can see, it has no conditions. It's always active, boosting primary attack skill damage, minion damage, and also increasing the damage of gems like Everlasting Torment. It does come with a drawback of increasing damage taken by 5%, but the damage boost is well worth it. The critical hit chance is the cherry on top. As critical hits deal double damage by default, we can take 1% crit chance as 1% damage increase, and any further critical hit damage you have will just increase the value of this crit chance. I think Berserker's Eye is an affordable, best in slot legendary gem. The next gem is Carson's Invigoration, the one and only dedicated primary attack speed gem. Primary attack speed. If you ever wondered why you don't see this attack speed on your stats, well, because it's for primary attack and your stat only shows general attack speed. I show in my attack speed test video that it works, you just don't see it on your stats. It doesn't boost summon attack speed and does not speed up any of your other skills, this is only for primary attack. Very suitable for demon hunters because at rank 10 it not only gives 16% speed but also 2% primary attack damage. Everlasting Torment. This gem is also in the top, and you have probably seen it in tier lists, and this gem is mostly suggested by people who are not using it. This is funny because they think it's good because it's similar to the 5-star gem Seeping Bile. This is just my opinion, but this gem is a lot better than Seeping Bile. This gem is actually one of my favorites. So let's see how it works. Critical hits inflict agony, dealing damage for 6 seconds. Each nearby enemy afflicted with agony increases your attack speed. Now, there's a bug or error in the text because the attack speed doesn't stack. Instead, as long as at least one enemy is afflicted with agony is going to give you this base attack speed. At rank 10 it's 6%, and I think this stat alone is just mind-blowing. This part of the gem is getting overlooked all the time. You see this red aura? That's Everlasting Torment. This attack speed has no cooldown. As long as I can inflict agony on any of the mobs around me, it's granted. Another big advantage that I have the ability to increase the chance to proc with increasing my crit chance. Compared to Seeping Bile's 4%. Most of the time, mobs wouldn't even live long enough to get poisoned by Seeping Bile. My favorite combination is multi-shot with Flame Spite, just one shot and I guarantee all the mobs will have agony on them. The next one is Bloody Reach, a 2-star damage gem for ranged classes. At rank 10 it says increases all damage you deal by 6% for every 2 yards between you and the enemy hit, up to a maximum of 24% at 8 yards, and also can cause some debuff for the enemy. I've seen people say this gem is not that good because 8 yards is a lot. I think this gem is amazing. Now this can be because I'm already used to keeping the distance from enemies. The reason I like this gem is that keeping the distance as a ranged player is not a problem, and actually picking up this habit has advantages in survivability. Compared to other gems, I have full control over this bonus. It doesn't depend on my HP, it doesn't depend on my skills, and it has no cooldown. The next one is Fervent Fang. Now, this gem is only obtainable from Battle Pass and Boon of Plenty. If you are a low spender, I really recommend buying the Battle Pass over everything else, because it has the best value in my opinion. This gem is also one of the best 2 stars. Haven't reached rank 10 yet, I'm currently sitting at rank 8. Each time you deal damage to an enemy, that enemy now takes 2.05% increased damage from your attacks up to a maximum increase of 20.5% at 10 stacks. And also we gain some extra damage against elites. It needs 10 stacks to deal max damage, and it doesn't say, but if you stop hitting the enemy, you can lose the stacks in like 5 seconds. 10 hits may seem a lot, but at this point I can talk about synergy. If I use my multi-shot with Flame Spite, the burning actually stacks Fervent Fang, and also if it triggers Everlasting Torment, it also increases the stacks. Meanwhile, Fervent Fang increases the damage of the burning and Everlasting Torment. The attack speed from Everlasting Torment and Carson also helps me to reach 10 hits faster. Again, the reason I like this gem is that I have full control over the bonus. No cooldown, no random factors. My last gem is a 3 out of 5 star rank 4 Bloodsoaked Jade. This gem is going to stay at this rank for a long time since the resources it needs are just too much. At rank 4 increases all damage you deal by up to 13.5% while at full life, with a minimum bonus of 6.75% at low life. There is only 2 5-star gems that provide damage increase, Bloodsoaked Jade and Bottled Hope. Their effect is the same, damage and movement speed. Jade is a full-time self buff, and Bottled Hope is a group buff, but it has a cooldown. Jade depends on your life, Bottled Hope depends on buff skills, being active for 6 seconds with a cooldown of 20 seconds. In case of Jade, I have no control over the bonus. All I can do is trying to keep my life as high as possible. Bottled Hope is more consistent but still limited. In practice, they both can perform similarly. I prefer Jade because it works without proc and I don't really have group buffs. The high resonance these gems can provide is compensating for this inconsistency and limitations. By the end of this video, you've probably figured out that I prefer to have full control over bonuses. This is why I don't like Power and Command, for example, because the performance it can provide for me is significantly lower than these gems I'm using right now. This list doesn't mean that other gems are bad, simply these gems suit my needs better. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and see you in the next one.